into NFL Daily by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Happy to have you with us on today's show. We have updated destinations for Odell Beckham Jr. as he remains the last prize of free agency remaining. The NFL trade deadline is behind us, and how has that changed things? Also, as we are at the midway point of the season as well, with the winners and the losers that have occurred at this point, how has that possibly changed things for where OBJ could end up? We have an updated chart for you that we will go over in just a few moments from right now. Before we reveal our list of the updated OBJ destinations, if you want your team to win this weekend, I've been told that it is scientifically proven that if you like today's video, your team has a much higher chance to win this weekend. I can't guarantee it, but might as well not jinx it, right? Go ahead and smash the like button on today's video if you want to see your favorite team win this week. Number one on our list is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills find themselves as the favorites in the AFC, and they've played really well all season long. But they could be just a receiver away from getting to where they want to go, and OBJ just might be that guy. And I'll say this, for the teams that we're talking about today, Buffalo included, most of them, except one, all have a franchise quarterback. And OBJ, when you look at his career, what's very interesting to think about, he hasn't really had the chance to play with an elite quarterback yet. I mean, isn't that crazy to think about? He had Eli at the end of his career, Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, and then Matthew Stafford, although Stafford did win a Super Bowl. Could you imagine him paired with Josh Allen, how that would go and what that would do for that Buffalo team? Josh Allen, OBJ, Buffalo, that makes a lot of sense. Number two, staying in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens lost Rashad Bateman for the rest of 2022. He's gone, and there is a big void at that wide receiver position now. Devin Duvernay is now their number one guy, and Demarcus Robinson's there. They also brought in Deshaun Jackson, and there's a lot of holes. Look, that team is serious about being a contender. They just traded for Roquan Smith. They're not just throwing in the towel on this year by any means. And so Baltimore seems like somewhere that OBJ immediately could jump in and get a lot of playing time, but there's some salary cap issues there. Baltimore would have to make some room salary-wise for OBJ because OBJ, as you could imagine, is still going to command a decent amount of money wherever he goes. So between these two teams, whether it's the Bills or the Ravens, where is OBJ more likely to end up? Would it be Buffalo or would it be Baltimore? I say Buffalo, but now it's your turn here on NFL Daily. Tell me what you think. If it's the Bills, type Buff for Buffalo, B-U-F. If it's the Ravens, type B-A-L for the Ravens. Let me know in the comments section below. B-U-F for the Bills, B-A-L for the Ravens. Let me know where you think OBJ is more likely to end up. Number three on our list is the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? And you look at this Cowboys team, and they shocked the world based on what they were able to do when Dak Prescott was out and what Cooper Rush did at that quarterback spot. And they never really replaced Amari Cooper when they traded him off to the Cleveland Browns. That Dallas Cowboys team is complete on defense, but when you look at that offense, they do have a really good running game, but they still need some help in the passing game. Their tight end room's not that great, and their wide receiver room kind of leaves a lot to be desired. OBJ, I mean, he just feels like a Dallas Cowboy too, doesn't he? I mean, with his attitude and what he brings to the table, pairing up with Dak and Zeke, I don't know exactly what it would turn into results-wise as far as if Dallas would get over the hump with OBJ, but I can guarantee you this much. It'd be entertaining. I mean, right? Could you imagine that? Just all the drama or excitement that could unfold if you add him to that Dallas team. Sign me up. That might be the most interesting of the teams that we'll name here, the Dallas Cowboys. Today's show is presented by BetUS, the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, you can get a 125% deposit bonus when you use the promo code NFL Daily. You put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free. We talk all the time around here about the games that you can bet on, or whether it's NBA, college football, the World Series. You can also bet on some props, including who will be the next owner of the Washington Commanders. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, the odds-on favorite at plus 125. Ted Lerner at plus 200. Steve Ballmer, the Microsoft man and owner of the LA Clippers, the third favorite at plus 550. So, get your bets in now, whether you want to wager on who the next Commanders owner will be, or if you want to bet on some football games. Either way, we got you covered. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. What about the idea of a reunion between OBJ and the New York Football Giants? And we've heard from the Giants and their organization, they've openly talked about the possibility of opening up their arms for OBJ to come back to New York, and it certainly would get people excited. And the Giants have had their best year in a very long time. Don't necessarily think the Giants are a Super Bowl contender, but I'd be shocked if they don't make the playoffs based on the way that they've been playing so far this year. The New York Giants seem like a very interesting fit. The story, the idea of him possibly going back to New York after the way things unfolded there, I think they would actually open him with open arms there in New York if he were to go back to the New York Giants, and could be a nice way, maybe to even potentially end his career, to go back to New York there. So our final team on the list, number 5, is the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Packers find themselves behind the 8 ball a bit when it comes to the playoff race. And when they didn't replace Devontae Adams, we have seen that receiving core has suffered mightily there in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers needs some help. If they're going to even make it in the postseason, let alone make a playoff push, Aaron Rodgers needs another weapon of some sorts. OBJ could be that guy. You would make Aaron Rodgers very happy if you paired the two together, and we could see OBJ's numbers be the best they've been in quite some time. Honorable mention to the LA Rams. We don't have them in the top 5 as former team, though, because the LA Rams are so far back at this point. It's going to take quite the turnaround for that team to get back in contention. So we'll see. But those are our teams. Who do you think will sign OBJ? Is it going to be somebody we mentioned or somebody we did not mention? Let me know in the comments section who you think will end up with Odell Beckham Jr. And as always, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Tyler Jones Live, talking about the NFL on all those social media platforms. And I'll see you next time here on NFL Daily.